chose us. Pioneers started on my corner like the cold crush. Had smokers lining up the block like a gold rush. The saying live fast and die young is what they told us. The way that they
This is Artisan MC, and this is going to be I just finished recording my reaction stream to watching Doctor Strange 2. And I got off the stream and wanted to confer with some of my sources on the alert that came up during my stream that said Kevin Samuels was dead. And I scrolled through my YouTube alerts, saw Donovan was doing a stream saying rest in peace to my friend, and I'm like, oh fuck no, because I know Donovan and Kevin like talk every day. And then I conferred with my sources to see, hey, what's the word? Is it yes? Is it true or not? I need to know, is it true or not? Even after seeing Donovan's thing up there, I'm not accepting this as fucking as real. And sure enough, my source got back to me and said, yes, it's been confirmed by 2 other people. That Kevin Samuels is actually dead today. And I told my source, and I'm saying my source because I don't think he wanted known like that, but I told my source, it's funny that I wore cologne today with my work clothes. And it's funny because I don't usually do it. But the person who recommended that I do it was Kevin. Now, we talked on a stream before he blew up and was big, when he was just in the manosphere and we could be on streams together. We had a conversation with me, him, and Angry Man were on a stream together, I believe. There was other people on it too. It wasn't just my fucking stream, but we were on a stream together, and I had said something about that, and he told me, no, you should. You actually should. Even with your job being, you know, as physical and get sweaty and all that shit, you should wear cologne. It will change the way people actually interact with you. So I did. I took him up on that shit. And sure enough, it had a reaction. It had an immediate reaction. The immediate reaction was some of the chicks at the job, and one of the finest chicks in the job that I was kind of sweet on, but she was too young, really was taking notice and trying to talk to me, initiate conversation with me. Like, oh, you smell nice. I'm like, yeah, I do. It worked. I wore cologne again today. I hadn't worn it in a while, but I wore it again today. I got fresh and so clean before work, was feeling good, knew I was going to have a short day. I was like, oh, fuck it. Spritz this shit on myself. This is what Kevin said, you know. Just remembering that, you know, dude that I actually had some respect for his opinion on some shit, did. Because I never had any animosity for Kevin. I didn't think it was right, some of the other stuff that was being said, the talking points, you know, without giving credit. But other than that, I had no hate in my heart for the dude on anything he was fucking doing, you know. Just thought you could have gave people credit for their points that you were using. But beyond that, I found out that the dude is dead, and I am having a reaction on that shit. It's like too close to home. What is that, like the second prominent YouTuber that's died in less than a year? I just heard today at work that we have a bunch of vendors at my job that work for us, right? And I was passing these vendors yesterday and saw one of them working in his truck or whatever. He looked like he was having like a hard time, like he was stressed or some shit like that, right? And I passed by him slow so I wouldn't run his ass over or anything like that, and just was thinking about it. Now today, another one of our vendors bought pizza for everybody, a big giant freaking wagon wheel of a pizza, because our purchasing agent her last day is tomorrow. And I like her. And while we're sitting there having pizza and talking, they talk about one of these vendors, the one that I saw yesterday, died last night. That he was at work all day yesterday having some chest pains or something like that. All right. Went home that night. Today, we're talking about it at work. He died last night. And I'm like, shit is too close. He was 46 years old. 46. Not an old man at all. Now, not hours later, here it is. Oh yeah, Kevin's dead. He was only 52. They're saying 56. As far as I knew, he was only 52. And I'm just sitting here knowing this guy's history of battling cancer and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, what got him? Was it stress? What the fuck? What? He seems like a very healthy dude. You couple that with hearing about the vendor from work. He was leaving for a new job. He got the promotion that he wanted finally. He was leaving to go to Colorado Springs with his Russian wife to take that new job. They had just delayed him because he was supposed to be gone on the 1st. Now he's fucking dead. And his wife, who has nobody here and no real papers yet, might be deported. And then you juxtapose that with the Kevin shit. Somebody that I actually know had conversations, a couple of conversations with. Trying to get for a geek interview. Has just passed away at the height of his career. Only about 4 years older than me. Not that much older than me. Mortality is a very disappointing thing. Very disappointing. The disappointing part about it is that it can always happen at a time not of your choosing, not when you would choose to go. And there's nothing you can fucking do about it. It's like, I think about this often. And I think about not having a lot of time. As black men, we don't. And what you can accomplish in the time that you're here. This man accomplished a lot. And I would say hadn't accomplished everything that he wanted to yet. And now it's just gone. And I asked a question. Who carries it on? Where does all that go? One of the things I picked up when my buddy Ron Bundrum passed, hallowed be his name in the comic shop, is that he had no kids. And all that knowledge he had, all that love he had, all that, respect and teachings and stuff that he could give to somebody, never passed on to a child. It was just gone. Now, outside of the parts of it that he dispensed into us, when my friend left, there was nothing left. Nothing. Outside of my memory of him and the respect I put on his name when I talk about him to all of you. And I wondered like that, will it be the same for Kevin? Because he had a lot of detractors. And people who hated his ever-loving guts for him being who the fuck he was. And he took it all in stride. Now, where I may have my criticism, like I said, I never hated him. I had nothing but respect for him. Because if you build yourself up against all your fucking haters, why should I hate against you? I didn't see you as doing anything wrong. You doing your thing, you running your race. Give some credit. That was it. And that's a minor critique, if anything. But all the doors that he opened up and kicked open with his style and his channel on YouTube, those are closed now. You realize that, right? There is no heir apparent. There is no one who can follow him through those same doors. All right. Because nobody carries it like that. So I sit here and think about that, and I think about how many people who are going to be out there fucking celebrating that he's fucking dead. Like, for real. Like, you got to think about this shit. Who are these people? Who are these people who are going to be celebrating that shit? Are you a fucking death cult or what? I'm like, for real. Who would be throwing a party over this? Secretly satisfied. I mean, what? That's the crazy part. That's the craziest part about it, to think about this shit. Somebody is celebrating. Somebody is fucking happy right now. I'm not happy. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that that voice is gone. That drive is gone. I'm disappointed because I know it cannot be replaced. That it's just gone now. It's just gone. You have to realize it's a special thing to be able to have a gift of getting people to listen to you. To get people to be able to come in and listen to what you have to say and support what you have to say. It is a gift. It's not a given. Especially as a black man. To have that taken away, you have to understand that that is a loss. That is a loss to us all. It's exactly what it is. It's not a party. It's not nothing to be happy about. It is a loss to us all. Which means all the rest of us have to work that much harder to get the same message out. I feel bad for his daughter. Why? Because I don't think she's married yet. And he will never get to see it now. I feel bad for all those women that he could have possibly woken up to get them off of this dumb shit. That actually could talk to them in the way that they would listen and actually go back and think, maybe I'm doing shit backwards and fucked up. Maybe I should get off of this shit. I had the thought about all the people who eat off of him, about making videos talking shit about him and repeating his content and shit. What the fuck are you gonna say now? You ain't got him to kick around anymore. Now what? Now, how will you support yourself? Fucking cottage industries. How was all that hateful shit you had to say about that man? He didn't know your ass and didn't do shit to you. How's it helping you now? How do you feel about it? You just go move on to the next person, right? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. It's fucked up. None of us on this earth are invulnerable. None of us. And when you understand that, you worry less about the shit that people have to say. The people who don't stand with you. People who don't agree with your message. People that don't support you. You worry less about that and concern yourself more with what you need to do in this life and get it done. Because you don't have a lot of time. Especially not a lot of time to waste on the dumb shit that don't like you. I feel sad that their brother is gone. I really do. And it's weird. It's weird because I didn't know him personally. Didn't. But I didn't feel like he was that far removed from me to be able to have a conversation with him. And maybe that's why. Because I saw this person rise from our ranks, so to speak, on YouTube. I saw this person rise from our ranks. I remember being there when he came along. Seeing how he rose. Like, shit. Motherfucker going. So, to see the rise and fall is, it's disappointing. It's just disappointing. I don't know the circumstances. I don't need to. I don't need to. From what I've heard about how he was found, I've been thinking it's the same shit that took this vendor last night. Something heart related. There's too much other shit going on in this world to worry about everybody else's bullshit. That something so small inside of you can just wipe you out without a second thought. It is not worth listening to everybody else who hates you and focusing on them. Fuck them. Find something to do with your damn life. And quit hating on people who are doing something with theirs. Let me get out of here. I have my own living problems to deal with. I can't do anything for Kevin. I did say my prayers when I found out something was going on. I did legit say my prayer to protect him and hope he was all right. But I think a part of me kind of knew. Men, take care of yourself. Try to take care of yourselves. And I might sound like the biggest fucking hypocrite in the world saying that if you knew me personally. But take care of yourselves as much as you can. The world got it in for you. You don't have to have it in for yourself. Get busy living. And do what you want to do in the time that you have, because it is fleeting. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. You will be missed. I'm sorry you had to go the way you went. But at the very least, you made your mark on this world, which is all any man can hope for. I'm Artisan MC, and I'm out. Peace.